Website with more than few blogs, articles and suggestions is now an app with 2,000 registrations and conducted more than 30 webinars with renowned people and has lakhs of articles in it. All of this is just in a span of a year.
EdGroom has been more than just an educational app. It has been a pillar of guidance and a fountain of information about every possible educational topic. From the information about the best engineering colleges, medical colleges or law colleges in your area, to the important topics to cover for the preparation of NEET and JEE, you can find everything.
The EdGroom has created a safe space for students and also a user-friendly app in which students could post any question and get it clarified. After every webinar, students, teachers and also parents would get an extra piece of information added to their knowledge with some more clarity. Over a past year, the EdGroom has conducted over 30 webinars with renowned people like Lakshmi Narayana Garu and Rakesh Sharma sir and so on. All these people shared their experiences with the future generation, so it's definitely a thing not to miss.
Right now, EdGroom has nearly 15 dedicated people working in technical and non-technical aspects to improve the app and its user experience. Venkatesh sir has always been the binding force for all these efforts and developments to come true. EdGroom is paving its way with new features like Tag Predictor to make it easy for the inter-pass students to check which engineering college they might end up in, and many other features are yet to come. We are proud to be a part of EdGroom and I assure you that you will be too. Thank you.
I am Satyaprasad Kankala, PGT Mathematics from Navy Children's School, Visakhapatnam. I would like to express my hearty congratulations to EdGroom for completing 1 year of its successful journey. It has touched its first milestone by reaching its services to more than 75,000 students. It has guided more than 2,000 students through EdForum, and the best part is it has conducted around 30 webinars through eminent resource persons in various domains. EdGroom is moving ahead in the journey of success with a great objective of giving a one-stop solution by grooving a right path through guiding the students in choosing a right career. It has a connect to the students, parents, teachers, entrepreneurs through its various verticals like EdBlog created by experts from the versatile fields, EdBytes containing various articles which deals with career options, entrance exams, strategic plans sourced from various educational news portals. EdForum, where the questions posed by students or parents related to career are answered, and EdWebinars that are conducted on various opportunities, latest trends in education by eminent resource persons. Apart from this, it also provides a personalized career guidance to the students of grade 8 to 12. It has provided ample information regarding the local colleges, institutions and coaching centers. Once again, I wish all the team members of EdGroom a happy anniversary. Looking forward for EdGroom to cross more milestones in its journey of success. Jai Hind.
Good evening, all. Good evening, Professor Ankit.
A very good evening, Venkatesh Panemji.
Yes. So,
I
thanks.
hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible, Professor.
Yeah, I hope I'm visible as well now.
Yes. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation, and thank you so much for. You want to help a lot of students. The students are going to join in a few minutes. A lot of students are watching it in live in YouTube. Thank you, Ankit, for what called as a lot of students ask me about the gaming. Okay,
Yeah,
especially
indeed.
a lot of students are even wasting the time for gaming. We teachers score number of time, right? why you guys are wasting time. I always say that instead of playing games, try to develop a game.
Develop
So
a
I hope,
game.
yes, yes. So I hope you are going to give an idea on the career options for what called as gaming, all that. Yeah, before Professor Ankit, we go forward. Let me take few minutes of your time, and definitely we'll start in 5 minutes. Is it okay?
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Take your time.
So let me briefly just explain what exactly we do at EdRoom and how our platform help the students for taking better decisions and what we did so far. Just yeah, Professor Ankit, he is once joining now.
Hello.
Yeah, he is once joining now.
Vamsi, I have no idea if he is able to join or not. Right now, he is traveling though.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
yeah.
Okay. You told me that. Yeah, okay, no problem.
So
So
if he is going to be in network, he will be joining very soon.
okay, okay. So he said that he'll explain about your university, or he's going to talk about the exam, all that. Do you have any details about that?
Yeah, I do have. I will give a very brief introduction about that. Obviously, Vamsi was one of the best person to actually explain about the university, though. But yeah, I will try my best in on his behalf. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. I think you can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good evening, all. All the teachers who have joined this live webinar and the students who are watching on YouTube live. Thank you so much once again for this wonderful evening. We have another interesting webinar. We are conducting consecutively from last 3 weeks. We have conducted one webinar on machine learning. It was a huge success. The last week we conducted one webinar on cloud computing. That was also very good applauded by the people who are attended this. And definitely this is another interesting webinar. I'm looking forward. I was also curious to know more about this gaming so that I can strongly support my students to have a what called as an idea about this gaming career option. Yeah, good evening once again all. I welcome you once again to this wonderful evening for another interesting webinar on gaming. So what EdGroom is all about? EdGroom is a social platform. We actually provide career guidance, the personalized guidance for all the students from 8th class to till undergraduation. So this is a career platform with personal information. Who can join our platform? Basically, we all know that students need a lot of guidance. I've seen many number of times students are leading the people. We also lead a miserable life if we don't take proper guidance, if we don't take proper right decision at 10th class or at +2 level. I've seen a lot of students joining forcefully because somebody says that this course is very good. And I've seen a lot of students are compelled to join computer science, even though don't lack the basic skills that they required to become an expert in computer science. So definitely, we want to change that. We want to help the students. If you are really interested in computer science, these are the skills that you should develop. These are the basic things you should understand at your +2 level so that when you go to engineering, it will not become a problem for you. So definitely, this platform want to educate the student about the various options because say, if a student go and say to a parent that I want to build my career in gaming, many of the parent doesn't know about the career options in gaming. They bluntly opposite. They say that don't go to that field because no career options for it. That is lack of awareness, right? Some parents they simply follow whatever the kid says. So both the ways it is wrong. So every student, I request you should have a lot of what called as research about a career. Do some research before you take any decision. Yeah, Professor Ankit, I just wanted to listen from you. What is the importance of doing some research before you take any decision about a career? What are your word on it?
Well, I say it's very much important that you should be connecting with these people who already are into the same domain where you want to pursue further. And secondly, you should be connecting with these people who have this kind of experience, specifically those people who are into the education field. They can actually guide you through like what are the different fields which are going to be coming in future, which can be really supportive to you. The reason being, those fields which are really popular right now, they might not be the future after 5 or 10 years. And we can see in the computer science specifically, if you are going to learn one skill right now, after 5 to 10 years, this skill is going to be not that much useful. So I think it's very important that you should be getting the right counseling. You should be studying from the right platform, whether it's online or maybe the offline. You should be connecting with these education guys who are actually into this field. And last but not the least, you should be try to connect with these people on the LinkedIn who are actually working in these companies. So this is what my personal perspective is. You will be getting the taste from all the worlds. First, from the perspective from a teacher point of view. Second, from the industrial point of view. Third, from the personal research which you are doing online. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Ankit, for your valuable suggestions. And yeah, definitely, students, our sincere request to do some research. As Professor Ankit said, please connect with the people who are into the domain so that you will get what exactly it requires. In the last webinar, when we conducted on machine learning, Pavitra clearly said that if you are good in mathematics, you can excel in machine learning. So that's a very, very important knowledge that we are getting from these webinars. So before you want to get into machine learning, see that, am I good at mathematics? If the answer is yes, go ahead. If you are struggling with mathematics, you cannot excel in machine learning or data science. So this is what the one thing every student should do. And even parents, why parents require this type of information? Because in the nowadays we have seen a lot of parents are under stress. Whether my kid is taking a right decision about his career, or my kid is going the right direction. Is he joining right college? Because a lot of time what happens is they look at this prospect, they look at the brochure, and they think that the XYZ college is very good, and they're simply joining there by wasting a lot of money. But is that college going to get a job? And in some universities, colleges I've seen, one student may get 30 lakhs package, but will everybody get the same 30 lakh package? So these are all the factors we should be looking at before you send or before you keep a kid in any university or something. So do some research. EdGroom is one such platform where we will provide you all the information related to courses, colleges, all that, so that you can guide your parents. And very, very important, teachers. A lot of students ask me every year, sir, I recently one of the girl asked me, sir, I want to go to Merchant Navy. But she doesn't know much about what is Merchant Navy is all about. What are the challenges in Merchant Navy? Somebody said Merchant Navy is very good. She just wanted to go there. Then I asked her, the girl, go to EdGroom, do some research at Merchant Navy, take a printout, identify the pros and identify the cons. Am I able to go into this? Then she felt so happy. Sir, now I understood that Merchant Navy is not that easy for me. I have to think about it. See, the moment she got the information, now she changed her mindset. This is a very, very, very important. So as a teacher, we all should update our knowledge because lot of students depends on our advices. So dear teachers, please update your knowledge. As you're updating your subject knowledge, that's fine. Beyond that, you should understand what exactly happening in the industry. That is also very, very important. So in order to help the students, we are going to bring this platform very soon. Maybe in the month of April, we are going to get into the market. EdGroom is going to be India's first educational community where we want to unite the teachers like Professor Ankit, the students from Visakhapatnam, or parents from Bangalore. So this is a platform where one will help the other. You can interact with the people in Mumbai, the people from Vizag, they can talk to people in Mumbai. So it is a community where one will help the other. This platform is going to be live very soon. It is under production and definitely it is going to be a game changer for all of us. And to help the students, we have developed some products. The first product we called as EdNews. As of today in this website, there are 295,000 articles. These articles related to careers, courses, scholarships, colleges, entrance exam, previous exam papers, you name it, you find information in this website. So definitely do some research, come to our EdNews, do a search, and automatically you can explore all the things about your career. The next one we call the Jet Forum, where you can put your questions. Remember, this is a place where all the questions will be answered by the expert in their own domain. Last year, we have answered more than 2,000 questions related to various courses, colleges. Somebody asked me, sir, is there any hostel facility in Gayatri Vidya Parishad? How is SNU Delhi? So like this, we have a lot of questions asked from students and we answered all of them. So definitely, dear students or parents, please post your question. We are going to get the answers for your question. And there's a very interesting place where you have more than 85 blogs were published from the students, from the experts, and from the teachers. These blogs are written by the experts in their own domain, and these are all curated content. You can get a lot of first-class information about a lot of things. Please read the blogs, and if you are really interested in writing the blogs, it is a platform where you can publish your blogs also. And this is one interesting place that is happening every week at 5 p.m. So far, we have conducted 45 webinars on various topics. You can look at here, you can see on the screen, webinars will conduct on various topics like JEE Mains exam, NEET exam. We have success stories, we have interest with the rankers, all that. Definitely, a lot of things are going to come in the coming days. And this is what we stand as of today. We have more than 2,700 registered users with us. And so far, we got more than 1.5 lakh visitors to our website. Every week, we're getting more than 2,500 visitors to our website. And as I said, we have nearly 2,95,000 articles are there in the website. You can browse all of them. And we have conducted, as I said, 45 webinars. And we have a YouTube channel. We have 700 plus subscribers for our YouTube videos. And 35,000 views are also there for a view. And this is an upcoming webinars. So far, as I said, the last 1 month, we are conducting very interesting webinars, very, very relevant to all the undergraduate students. Now, next month onwards, we are going to get into this NEET exam, NEET webinars will be conducted. So the upcoming month, completely, we are going to conduct the webinars related to the NEET exam. And this is what I always say. Don't follow the crowd, choose a career where you will find happiness and no regret. Because guys, remember, the decision that you take after +2, the decision that you take after undergraduation, you need to live with that for lifelong. Please make a right decision. Before you take any decision, do some research. Ask the experts like Professor Ankit. Talk to them, message them, mail them, get the required information that you want to pursue a career. Definitely, you will not have any regret. So if you have a dream, definitely we'll show the way. And this is one important line that always I like and I advise my students. Never, ever follow the follower. Because the moment you follow the follower, you end up in what regret. Because the follower that you are following has his own ideas. Your ideas are different. Never ever follow any follower. Choose your own career. Definitely you will have happiness. Sometimes see when you go in a different direction, everybody says now computer science very, very interested, but your interest is in EEE or your interest in mechanical. Choose. Go to that line because you have interest in it, right? Just because computer science is very good, don't join it. Unless until you have interest, don't take any chance. So in the beginning, people may laugh at you about your decision, but remember, you have to live with your dreams. So everything is completely free. Please free to join. Download the web app, Edroom app from the Play Store, and definitely you can see all the content. It's completely free for all the students, parents, and teachers. Thank you so much, Professor Ankit. We'll start your session. I think you're ready with your PPT, right?
Yeah, I'm ready with my PPT.
Yes, thank you. I just introduce you to the speaker, the public, then we'll start. Good evening once again, all the teachers who have joined the webinar and all the students who are watching to live in YouTube and who have joined in Facebook, even what called as a Zoom. Once again, I welcome you to this wonderful evening for another interesting webinar. So, Professor Ankit is actually working at ILM University, which is in Noida. He is working as assistant professor, and he has completed his MSc in autonomous vehicles, that is aerospace engineering, from Cranfield University, UK. He developed convertible hybrid autonomous vehicles, CHAV, which can work both as UAV and UGV, uses hybrid fuel system. Master thesis with Erasmus scholarship at Universidad Politencia de Madrid, Spain. BTech Computer Science from GGSIPU. Where is that, Professor Ankit? Where is this college?
It's in New Delhi. It's an IP university or Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University.
This is a very good university.
It's one of the private best university in New Delhi. Yeah.
Yeah, we probably know Indraprastha University. That is very
Indraprasth University. Yeah.
yes, yeah.
The entire name is GGSIPU though.
Oh, okay. Now I got it. Yeah, he developed a robotic arm with the wireless controls via remote or app and can also be controlled via brain waves. Shortly, short summary. Assistant Professor Colette ILM Director at the Space Orion Limited UK. Gen Orion, Space Orion, Exapol and Exa Study. Speaker, researcher, innovator, physicist, biologist, quantum computer, cybersecurity, industry 4, IoT, automation, startup. Wow, there's so many what you call it as qualifications that you possess, Professor Ankit. Thank you so much. We are very happy to have you on this today. And I'll share you what you call it as a sharing option. Now you can continue, Professor.
Okay, thank you.
Now I made you host.
Yeah, now I can share my screen.
Yeah, you can.
So should I just directly start with the explanation for the virtual gaming, or should I start with the like what exactly the ILM University is and how we are proceeding with it?
First, you people let them know what exact ILM University is all about.
Okay,
what are
sure.
the programs you conduct, all that. That's better.
Sure. Okay, so I just hope that my screen is visible to all.
Yes, Professor. We can see you.
Yeah. Okay, so as we just discussed that I'm representing IIM University here. So it's very important that I will be directly jumping to exactly what we have at a university instead of having this discussion about what career you should choose. So we have our 5 campuses. The locations include the Greater Noida, where I teach. We have another location in Haryana, that is Gurugram, which we call. The third is in New Delhi, it's Lodi Road. The fourth is in Jaipur. The fifth one is in Lucknow. So we have these 5 campuses in the North India itself, and we are looking forward to explore the southern region of India as well. We have a number of courses in the undergraduate as well as the postgraduate level. So undergraduate level includes like psychology and humanities as the one of the how will I say the department, which includes BA Liberal Arts, BA Psychology, BA Journalism, BA LLB Honors, BBA, and BBA LLB Honors as well. On the other hand, we have a School of Design at the Gurgaon campus where we teach bachelor's in designing, fashion designing and management, interior designing as well. Then I'm representing specifically the computer science department. So we have a few of these BTech courses, which includes BTech in computer science engineering, BTech in mechatronics, BTech in EC, electrical and communication engineering, BTech in biotechnology, BTech in bioinformatics, BTech in food technology. So these are a few of the very interesting like bachelors we have in the technology, which includes biotechnology, bioinformatics, and food technology. So very few universities are there in the North India itself, which are actually providing the degree in the biotechnology. And after the COVID wave, I hope we all understand that this field of engineering is one of the topmost required engineering right now. On the other hand, for the postgraduate level, we have PGDM, the MBA. We also have the LLM and the MTech in all the relevant fields. So these are the number of courses which we provide at the ILM University. If I'm just going to go very fast towards the what exactly the computer science of engineering offers. So we have 7 specializations in BTech computer science, which includes artificial intelligence and machine learning, data science and big data analytics, cyber security, cloud computing and virtualization technology, blockchain technology, graphics and gaming. Obviously, this is the one about which I'm going to talk today, but obviously I'm going to elaborate that part regarding what exactly you have to choose and how you are going to choose. And the lastly, that is the Internet of Things. We have BTech in information technology as well. Information technology is more of like the infrastructure which is required to actually govern or run the entire software engineering, which includes artificial intelligence and machine learning as a specialization, and IT infrastructure as a specialization as well. So I'm going to directly jump to the biotechnology. So we have biotechnology specifically as a two specialization. One is the computational biology, and the second is the industrial biotechnology. Similarly, we have BTech in bioinformatics, where the specialization will include artificial intelligence and machine learning itself. So bioinformatics is basically more of like where we are going to study the biology as well as the computer science, like how we are going to connect both of them. Then we have BTech in food technology, which includes again two specializations: food packaging and dairy science technology. Uh, Obviously, from the biotechnology, you will have a number of different career opportunities. If you want to take a screenshot, you can definitely proceed further with that. Which includes product development manager, machine learning developer, big data and AI scientist. These are actually the topics which you are going to get from the biotechnology as a biologist, having the understanding of bioinformatics as a subject, core subject, I will say. Then we have the another course, that is the BTech in mechatronics. This is a very new course. I was personally handling like how the syllabus and the structure of the course is going to be developed. It is actually a course which used to be there in the Western world, but now it is available in Indian universities as well. Very few universities are actually providing mechatronics. This is a kind of engineering where you can actually get the taste of all the different engineering fields. Three most important engineering fields are mentioned here: the mechanical engineering, electrical and electronics, and computers. So just like me, I personally feel that there must be other students as well who really want to study a number of different fields. They want to actually collaborate between all of them, design something new which can actually include all the different types of engineering as well. Me being one of the person who actually felt that there was a need, or there is actually a need of these kind of degrees where a student can actually have the like few of the different fields, like they can actually integrate together. This is one of the field for these kind of students who actually want to get a taste of all the different engineerings. The course curriculum is designed in such a way that you will get the hands-on experience about each and every different fields of the engineering itself. So there are two specific specializations which are provided in the mechatronics, includes electric vehicle technology. We know that this is the future of the transportation. And the second is the robotics and automation. The industrialization is 100% dependent on the robotics and automation these days. Like all the machines are taking care of the entire manufacturing and the designing part. These are some of the lab facilities and what our students are doing. These are some of the companies which are actually coming for the mechatronics engineering. It's a very, very new course, but it's actually one of the very topmost sought after course in the Western world itself. Okay, so that's all about the ILM University in a very crisp and short. I would like to proceed further what exactly we need to discuss today as a topic about the gaming, obviously the virtual gaming and how it is going to be supporting the physical sports and IoT in future. Like if students.
Professor Ankit, just a question. And yeah, definitely some students may be curious about knowing what is the way to enter into university? What is the procedure?
So yeah, there is definitely a process. The first and foremost is like you have to go to the website and obviously fill the form over there. You can actually connect with our counselors. You can directly call them, and they will be supporting you like how you have to proceed further with the application. There onwards, you will be getting an interview call. Once you are going to clear the interview at the entrance exam, and then you can have definitely get in into the university. So obviously, it's a hectic process. But yeah, you can directly connect with our counselors. They can actually help you out with each and every step.
Is there an entrance exam?
Yeah, there is an entrance exam. It's yeah.
Will they consider JE score for your for your seat?
Yes, we do consider JE score as well.
Oh, thank you so much for entering. You can carry on.
Yeah. So the most important part, what we are actually looking for is like, as Venkatesh ji said, that if you are unique in your own sense, and you really know this is what exactly you have to achieve in your life, you're not going towards like what exactly others are trying to achieve. These are kind of students which like whom we are actually looking for. The students who have the understanding like this is what they want to achieve in their life, and they can do they can give their 100% to actually achieve that. So is there any other questions if we
As of now, we
do
don't
have,
have
or maybe others?
the trend.
Sure. Okay. Let me proceed further then.
We'll go to that.
Yeah. Okay. So I hope my other slides are visible.
Yes, and we can see your screen.
Yeah. Today we are going to obviously discuss about virtual gaming and physical sports with IoT. So this is a very how will I say correcting topic to me personally at a level. Like during the COVID-19, we were actually not able to go outside. We were in our home, and I found that the digital games which we have currently, they are not enough for our development as a physical development as a whole. But yeah, right now we have these kind of technologies which we can actually have the support for both the virtual gaming as well as the physical supports. We will see like how these things are going to be, and obviously this is a very important technology, that is the IoT, and how it is going to be connected with all of that. I will be taking you through the entire journey of like what are the different technologies which are going to be involved in the gaming development, or maybe like how we are going to connect the physical sports with these gaming technology as well. Okay, so our main topics will be moving around like how will I say towards the like how computer science is going to be supporting in development of these virtual gaming. So today's agenda will include, first I will be discussing about what exactly this entire technology is. There onwards we will be discussing about PC and mobile gaming. So some of the students here, or maybe the viewers here, are already aware. Like in the last few years, we were more developed, like more dependent on the PC gaming. But now the same gaming technology is available with the mobile phones. Our mobile phones are powerful enough; they can actually handle these kinds of games. We will discuss about the AR and VR gaming, metaverse, physical sports with IoT, COVID to digital future, and then we will have a short discussion and Q&A session as well. Okay, so this is one of the very important slide. Like we need to understand like there are different types of games. Okay, so games is like game is not just one type of game. There are different types of games. We need to understand like what are these different kinds of games which we can actually play. So there are some action games. Obviously, you might have seen there are some games in which you will be shooting some of the opponent over there. PUBG was one of the very good example of the same. Uh, the second is adventurous game. It may can be in which we may be playing like role playing as a character, and we have to achieve some of the goals which that character has actually achieved in his role. The third, this is one of my favorite one. This is the simulation games. During my aerospace engineering, actually, I was into the simulator a number of times. What we used to do, we used to have these like this kind of environment in front of us on the screen itself. The planes are flying, how we have to fly. There may can be the runways over there, how we are going to take off, how we are going to land. The controls were very similar to the real plane, and the entire thing was happening in front of us on the screen itself. There was just the simulation, it was not the real life part. So these kind of games are actually also available on your mobile phones and on your laptop. The fourth one, it is one of the how let's say game which we generally used to play when we are getting bored, strategy games, or otherwise when we really want to how let's say work on our thinking skills or mind skills. It's more of like you need to actually have this kind of strategy to win the game. You have to solve the puzzles. You have to defense. You have to create such a technique in which you can defend something inside the game. So there is more of like a story which is connected with the game. Uh, and this is the fifth one, which is more of like the sports game in which the entire game, the real life game, maybe the cricket, maybe the football, maybe the basketball, and obviously any different kind of game, it is going to be simulated on the mobile phone or on the PC, where you actually have to play like a player. Maybe you have to aim something, just like shooting. Maybe you have to how will I say basket something. If there is a ball over there, you need to goal over there, and you need to actually plan accordingly, like how the players are going to be standing over there. So these are some of the part of these games. Now, these are some of the casual games. Obviously, these are very short games. They do not last for very long. This is not a very long story. It's more of like a very simple games. Once you are going to complete one level, you are going to get the more complex problem on the same. These may can include the puzzle games. These may can actually include the kind of Subway Surfers and all. And the last but not the least, this is the playing game. It's more of like you are going to actually simulate yourself as a character, the real character inside the game, and there will be entire story behind you that is going to be happening. Just to give you an example, let's consider you are living in a virtual world, and it's more of like the entire virtual world is dependent on you. It is trying to give you the problems, and it's trying to check you out, like how you are going to work around with that. So the entire problem is working around you only. You are the center of that problem, or maybe the game, and you need to work this out. Everyone, like whoever is playing the game, they will be having a specific character inside the game. Just to give you an example, you may can be working as a police officer in the game. You may can be working as a doctor, and there are so many different possibilities which you can actually play inside a game. So now this is a very important slide here. I hope you all have a kind of image in your head that those who are gamers, they used to play the game in such a way that they are going to have the headphones, they are going to have a mechanical keyboard in front of it. It is going to be lightning fast. It is going to have a mouse which is going to have more than left and right click. Obviously, something which can actually control the entire system very fastly. But this is not really true. It's obviously at some level it is true, but not the entire level is true. So how will I try to how let's explain here? It's more of like the games are going to be at different levels. If you are a very core gamer, you will try to play for longer hours, right? And if you are a gamer who used to play for some time, or you are playing solo, or maybe playing online or offline, depends. There are different ways how you can proceed for the game. The online games are something where you can actually connect with other players on the virtual world, or maybe can challenge each other. I hope being student, you guys have already came across with these kind of games where you may have the possibility for playing online and the offline. You may can play solo, you may can play, or may can actually challenge other players around the world itself. You may can have the chatting opportunity as well over the same. So you may can see these are the different types of games with which you can proceed further. You may need not to look very crazy about gaming, but you may can be very professional player at the same time. So yeah, there are different types of games. I will be discussing about the same in the coming slides for sure. Now, this is one of my favorite game. When I was in my, how we say, late 20s, uh, walking outside for quite a number of hours, and finding the Pokemons, and actually collecting them. So I say this is one of the very famous app for the augmented reality which came, and there onwards I haven't seen any app so far which became really that much famous about the augmented reality. Though it has been converted into the more into the how will I say, the education sector. Instead of looking at the Pokemon, you will be seeing an animal which is going to be dissected. Dissected means going to be cut from in between, and the organs are going to be visible. So for the study purpose, specifically for the medical students, it is being used. Uh, what it allows is more of like they do not need to actually how will I say, dissect a real animal. Instead, they can actually see the animal is being dissected on their mobile phones or the tablets, specifically the tablets, though, because of the bigger screen. Some of the how will I say, the use cases of the same technology is being mentioned here, which include the education specifically, the healthcare, the marketing as well. If you want to really showcase like how a building is going to be looking at a specific place, or maybe a furniture, how it is going to look at your house, it is one of the example of this. So yeah, I hope most of you might have played already this Pokemon game and have the taste of augmented reality at some point of a time. Yes, Trinea, you want to ask something?
Yeah, Trinay, you have any doubt? No. Yeah. Let's have a look.
Okay. Yeah, I think he by mistake touched on it. So
Okay.
let me proceed further then. So yeah, this is one of the very futuristic technology, the virtual reality. Um, so as I said, there was some simulation game. There were some simulation games which I had played. I actually play these games even now as well. What happens in these games is more of like you are going to wear a VR. What it is going to allow you, it's going to allow you to have a screen in front of your eyes, and it is going to hide everything around you. There are generally these kind of how will I say videos and the games which are available, which is going to take you into a completely new world. Now, since your eyes are completely how will I say disconnected with the real world, your brain will think like that whatever you are going to see, it's actually happening in front of you. Just to give an example, there are some horror videos which you are going to see in the VR. So if there is a snake which is going to come and bite you, it really feels like there is a snake which is coming in front of you, which is going to bite you. So it's more of like your brain is going to be so much tempted about it, like there's something that is really happening in front of you. Now let me take you to another example. Uh, uh, Instead of having a computer in front of you, you are going to wear a VR headset, and you want to see an Excel sheet in front of you. You may can actually do that this VR is going to allow you to actually move your hands. There will be some sensors which are going to be put on your hands, and these sensors are going to track your movements. So let's say the swipe up is going to be more of like scrolling up, swipe down is going to be scrolling down, left or right it's going to allow the changes in the different apps. This kind of motion is going to be single click, two finger click is going to be double click kind of thing. So you can see the same gestures which you used to have on your mouse pad, or maybe the mouse itself or trackpad. They can be actually simulated easily with your VR, having a sensor on your hand, or maybe a glove which you are going to wear. And whatever you are going to do with your hands, the same thing is going to be happening on your screen. So obviously, I hope you may not be able to 100% understand what I'm trying to say. Let's consider this GIF which I have included on the screen. So this guy is wearing a VR headset. He is trying to control whatever is there in front of him with the hands. So actually, these things are not in real. He is actually able to see in the VR. So in reality, there are nothing like that. Which you can see. These sheets are not there. These applications are not actually in real in floating in front of him. They're floating inside his VR itself. And similarly, there are different games. May can be you're fighting with a battle, and there's an app called Doomsday, in which you will be able to see the zombies are coming. You may want to kill them. Instead of having just these swipe gestures, you may can actually have these how will I say triggering gestures with which you can actually trigger or how will I say make a gun to actually shoot someone. With your hand gestures about the direction, you can actually hold the gun in such a way. So these are some of the examples which I'm trying to explain here, like in the future, like how the gaming is going to be. So right now we all know that we used to have these game pads, right? But in future we may can have these gloves which are going to support this kind of movements or clicks. Now this is the metaverse. I hope you guys are already aware about it, that Facebook changed its name to the Meta, and there's a completely new world they are trying to generate. Most of you might have heard about it but not have the specific idea what exactly it is. So I will try to explain you the same in very few words. So let's see here the Mark Zuckerberg itself. What he's trying to do, he's trying to create a character just like him inside the game. So here we can see he's trying to create a character, and he's trying to choose what exactly his character should be able to do inside this game. So right now we can see he's trying to make his character the changes in his body, make him astronaut at one moment, and at the second moment he is making him a normal guy. And then once he is going to be happy, like how his character is looking, he is going to allow it to move inside this metaverse. So metaverse is not more than just a place inside the virtual world. So let's consider your mobile phone is having a new world, that's a virtual world, in which you can see a cartoon which is going to replicate you. This is exactly the virtual world is. In this virtual world, let's say you have a small place, a gathering, a place where you can actually enjoy. All your different friends are going to have some kind of character inside it, and they can actually play. Just to give you an example, you may can character yourself as a Pokemon, and there will be different, how will I say, characters who are going to have different Pokemon kind of structures. They can have the different abilities, and they can actually play around and roam around inside this virtual world. So you may can be sitting at the right place where you are right now, and inside the virtual world you can go anywhere around the world. There can be the similar structures, the similar buildings, the similar roads which you see in real life, which are going to be simulated inside the how will I say this virtual world. So basically, gaming plays a very vital role from our very day-to-day life uh, to the future, and even the same gaming is being taken care of by our smartwatches. So what they are trying to do, uh, so let's say there is a smartwatch which you are going to buy, and it is going to ask you like, what is your current goal for today? Okay, and it's more of like a challenge which this watch is providing to you. It will tell you that these amount of calories you have burned, this is what you had done, the BMI, the body mass index you have, the amount of weight you have to reduce, the calories you have to burn, the food which you have to eat, the challenges which it is going to provide you from nearby people, how the community which it is going to build for you. It can actually tell you like these kind of problems which you may can get with this kind of diet which you are having right now, the sleep cycles it can track, and everything it is going to be showing you in a gamified process. Like, this is something you did wrong, now you have to work this out, you are going to lose your life, and so on and so forth. The triggers will be there. All right. So you can see this smartwatch, the small smartwatch, is actually converting your real life into a gamified life, where you are going to have different kind of challenges continuously, which you have to follow. But on the other hand, these challenges are not going to be by playing on the screen. You actually have to move. You actually have to run. You actually have to play. You actually have to eat healthy. You actually have to burn that much amount of calories. So we can see this small smartwatch having a small software inside it has converted your entire life into a real life game. So this is exactly where we are moving towards the physical sports. Previously, we had seen some examples of the virtual gaming, but now we can see uh, uh, the same technology is trying to convert your real life into a physical sport, which is directly connected to the gaming. Uh, not not like that. We can actually have a number of different examples. These days, you might have seen whenever you buy something, these applications provide you some kind of points on top of it, and then collection of some kind of stickers, some kind of how will I say, the codes, and so on and so forth. What they are trying to do is, it's more of like they are trying to give you some kind of offers as a reward inside any game. So more you play, obviously, the more you buy, the more you want to earn. So gamification is converting your real life into a gamified life in such a way. So these applications, these companies are actually converting their normal general applications, or maybe the general information system, into a gamified information system, or gamified process of selling, purchase, or marketing. Another example may can be these companies really want to actually use your information. They can actually gamify this kind of character as well. Just let me just give you another example of the same. The Facebook started a challenge called 10-year challenge. Uh, in this challenge, you had to add an image before 10 years and an image of present. Any of you who might know like why they started this challenge, the 10-year challenge? Anyone? Ten-year challenge. Anyone who might know about it?
We never heard about Ankit.
Okay, it's completely fine. I thought there are some students who might have played that. It's more of like
Everyone, please can you answer the question? I can put in the chat box.
completely fine if you guys have never heard of it. So it's a 10-year challenge in which they were actually trying to get the how will I say, the data of users, in which they can actually train their system, like how people are going to change in 10 years. Like if 10 years earlier they used to look in one shape, how they are going to look after 10 years, their face, how it is going to evolve at all the different age segments, whether from 10-year to 12-year-old child, 20 to 30-year-old, 30 to 40-year, 25 to 35-year. So they were actually trying to generate this data so that they can train their system in such a way. But to collect this data, they gamified everything so that people will be enjoying it while providing their data without any problem. So we can see the gamification is there in each and every different sector. Not just the normal games are part of it. Our real life are or is also becoming a part of the same as well. Now, if I talk about what are the different technologies, obviously it's a very important part. Not just playing a game is something. You also need to develop the game if you really want to get into this kind of a sector, obviously, or maybe to become an engineer in the gaming industry. So I have highlighted few points over here. So you need to work around with the game engines, the softwares and the frameworks. What they actually do, they actually support you to develop the entire game for a specific platform. Just to give an example, you may can have an application on a mobile app, the Android app. The same application you want to develop for the iOS, again you need to reprogram it. The same application you want to program for your PC, again you have to rebuild it. But what these frameworks are going to do, can actually help you to develop entire how will I say, the application for all the different platforms at the same time, saving your time, saving your energy, saving the different number of tasks which you have to do, the developers have to do. So these are some of the examples of the same. The next one is the programming languages. You must be capable enough to actually understand the language. The reason being, by anyhow you have to actually use the language to connect with the computer, to actually provide the instructions to it, so that computer will be actually able to analyze what kind of situation it is going to come across, the characters you have to create and everything. Then you also need to work around with the audio and video libraries. What they do, it's more of like to create an environment, a virtual environment, which is going to look very much like a real environment. These kind of libraries itself provide you this kind of support where you need not to develop everything from scratch, but these libraries are going to provide you support, like how you are going to develop the voice or maybe the visuals inside the game. 3D modeling plays a very vital role over here. Just to give you an example, you want to create a new character. The character is going to move here and there. The character is going to have different face types. Developing cartoons like this is going to be a different world, but obviously in a simulated world, you need to think about developing character once, and then wherever you want to move it, the character is going to showcase this kind of directions. So this is how the 3D modeling software works. You are going to design the entire how will I say, the character inside the game, and this character is going to have the dimensions ready. Now you can actually move the characters in all the different directions. The different softwares over the same, which you can learn. The Maya, 3ds Max are some of the examples of the same. Then we need to understand what are the middlewares. Okay, so these middlewares are more of like the layer between computer and between the developer. So between computer and the developer, we really want to simulate the real world, right? And real world actually follows some laws, physics laws, obviously the chemistry based laws as well. These laws need to be supported inside the game as well. Just to give an example, on Earth we have gravity, and we want to simulate the gravity inside the game as well. So we need these kind of middlewares which can actually come work around with the mathematical problems which you are going to face inside a development of the game. You need not to take care about the real physics at each and every single point. These middlewares are going to take care during the development. Now, on the other hand, you need cloud services. So if your app is online or maybe offline, at some point of time, you have to keep it online, right? So that either someone can download it, or otherwise, if the people are playing online, they can actually collaborate with each other. So this is how the cloud services are going to work. Now, I have also discussed about the virtual reality and augmented reality. It's more of like the future technology or maybe the present technologies as well. But in future, I think personally that these technologies are going to take the metaverse at a completely new different level, or you will see actually different kind of applications which are coming forward for the same support. 5G and 6G are going to actually support VR and AR at a different level. Any questions so far?
Dr. Ankit, Professor Ankit, I have one question.
Yes, please ask.
Recently, I was just, started playing a small game on my Geo app. There was a game.
Mhm.
So there is a balloon. You need to move it through on a thread. A thread has some needles, right? So whenever the balloon touches it, the balloon, they will blow up, right? So as you mentioning there, it also requires a little bit of physics, because the moment this balloon is dropping down, you need to lift it up, right?
Right.
You need to lift it up. So there it is under laws of physics. My point of view is, whenever you want to develop a game, how physics, chemistry, and mathematics knowledge is going to help the students? The
Okay,
development.
so it's a actually a give and take process, I will say. So as long as you are developing a 2D game, 2D games does not include that much level of physics, to be honest.
Okay.
But when you are going to develop a completely 3D game, the physics plays a very vital role. Just to give an example, you are going to have a piece of paper that is a 2D world.
Yes.
You do not need to consider gravity. You do not need to consider how will I say the motions and directions. Or even if you are going to consider the direction are going to be very much simplified in 2D world.
Yes.
Right. On the other hand, in the 3D world, it becomes very different. And when you are actually trying to have a 3D world which is going to simulate the Earth, it is going to be another level of physics where you actually have to take care about all these. Another example can be when you want to simulate the flow of water.
Yes.
You need to study like how the water is going to flow, what are the physics, what kind of physics that is required for the flow of water.
Yes.
You might have heard about the downstream and upstream problems inside the quants. Actually, these kind of problems are going to come across when you are trying to develop a 3D model or maybe a game which is going to simulate the water. So it depends like what kind of game you are trying to develop. So we have different levels of the game development. So those who are developing very simple games can be tic-tac-toe. It does not require any kind of physics at all. If you are developing a little bit higher level of game in which can be some kind of different designs which you have to make. It's a 3D world, but it is not simulating human world.
You can look at Candy Crush.
Yeah. So this is a give and take process. I will say. The more you are experienced with that part, you will be able to help out in development more.
Yeah. Go ahead. Andy.
Yeah. Now this is the very important slide, I must say. And why I'm including the Iron Man over here is we all had seen the futuristic movies. It's more of like he's not doing anything on computer. With his gestures, his Jarvis is going to do everything for him. He's talking to Jarvis to actually do something for him. So we can see these days AI is there and AI is doing things for us. The Chat GPT is a very good example of it. We want some kind of solutions. Chat GPT, please explain this. Chat GPT is going to the solution about it. These are the best things and so on and so forth. Let's consider there will be a future where you really want a AI which can actually give you the solutions of these kind of problems. So gamifying AI is going to be the solution for the same. As I said, in future you can have the gloves. The technology is still existing, but it's not scalable enough that it can be available for the local people, or maybe manufactured easily in such a way that it will be available for each and everyone. So this same technology which was shown in the Iron Man, it will be future definitely. Here we can see a holographic image of the Iron Man suit, which he is working on. So we have the holographic technology right now. We have the virtual control technology right now. We have the brain computer interaction knowledge right now. So let me give another example. You might have heard about EEG or ECG, electroencephalography, electrocardiography. Then we have magnetoencephalography, and so on and so forth. So these are generally used in the medical testing. The doctor used to see or check how your body is responding. Actually, the same technology can be used to generate the right amount of data. So whenever you are thinking, you may can actually touch your brain right here. Whenever you're thinking too much, now you will see your brain is actually pumping very fast. The electrical signals are going to be generated by our brain. The magnetism is going to change around it. So I hope you know about the electromagnetic effect. When once there is a change in electricity, there is a change in the magnetic character. Once there is a change in magnetic character, the electricity is going to be generated at the same time. So we can see our body is actually working with the same electromagnetic forces. Once we are going to actually trace these kind of changes inside our body, especially near the head, we can actually give the information instead of typing directly by thinking to the computers. To be very honest, I did my work on the same as well during my robotic arm development. Currently, I'm working on the prosthetics itself. Uh, so I may not be able to explain you in that very manner how it actually looks inside the lab. So you can just think about you can just think about a future technology where you need to think about it, and your system will be trained enough that it will start doing the things for you. And the best example is just try to watch Iron Man movie again. Once again, just think about like there's a future technology which is right there inside the movie they are trying to showcase. Okay, so this is a very important question which I'm trying to include here, and I'm pretty much sure we will get a number of different questions about this. Is AI dangerous? Okay, so we definitely have a number of different quotes, and one of the best person around the world who talks about it is the Elon Musk. So let's try to read some of the tweets he had. So with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. The next tweet he is having: nobody likes being regulated, but everything, cars, planes, food, drugs, etc. That's a danger to the public is regulated. AI should be too. And now let me take you another world. These are his tweets as a researcher. On the other hand, being an engineer, he is the one who is taking the AI very much forward. In the entire world, he is having the only company where the cars are being developed having the AI itself. We call it autopilot. The Tesla cars can actually automatically drive itself. Uh, Obviously it's not 100% driverless, but yeah, it's driverless. It can be if there is a driver who is not able to drive properly, that the car can take over. Or on the other hand, if the car's AI is not smart enough, the human can take over. I drove the car in the UK itself. I saw the smartness inside that car, how it takes the curves, how it balances the speed, the motion, and the sensors and the instrumentation around it. And again, when I see these kind of tweets he's providing on internet, I try to get into a problem like he's actually taking AI forward, or he's actually trying others to come down, or otherwise regulate in such a way that AI is going to be controlled. But after a detailed study, I found there are 4 levels of an AI. First is right now where we are with the chat GPT is innovative thinking. So now chat GPT can actually do the innovative thinking for you. When you have a question, you are going to ask on the chat GPT, it is going to give you the answer just like a professor. I remember when someone is going to ask me the questions, I try to make points. I try to make a conclusion about it to explain. In the very similar fashion, the chat GPT is giving you the answers. It is going to make the points. It is going to give you a conclusion on top of it. So we can see this innovative thinking is there in the AI right now. And very soon the Google is going to come up with its Bard. It is going to be way more trained compared to the chat GPT. So we'll see how it is going to be. And the part to where I got stuck when they said that it is going to be more connected with the human nature. The human nature is desire to know more, to work more, to earn more, and so on and so forth. The computers, the AI is going to have the desire at that level. So we can see we are moving towards a greenish area in the zero system. And the third is the emotions. If the computers system are going to have the emotions include fear, uh, like wanting more, or the how will I say the care about something. In all these emotions, the most dangerous emotion is fear. I'm really not sure like how many of you might have seen the movies in which someone from future is going to come and kill you. The robots are going to attack the entire world. The fear plays a very vital role. So right now we are at the innovative thinking level and we are moving towards the fear. If the fear is going to come, we need a kill switch for the AI. But yeah, again, it's a topic of discussion. There is nothing that has happened so far, and we can actually stop that to happen. The Elon Musk is way like saying the very right thing. And any questions or anything you would like to discuss about it, or maybe the previous slides I had?
Uh, Ankit, since you're talking about chat GPT,
Uh-huh.
so definitely is AI dangerous? Can we design the games by using chat GPT?
Well, actually, yes. To be very honest, I have some of my interns working under me, and I'm not able to give them proper amount of time to solve the problems. One day I was getting late for the office, and one of my intern was like, "Sir, the solution is done." I was like, "How you were able to solve it on your own? I'm really not sure. Like how you made it. You do not know about this way of doing the things, or maybe this specific software." He said, "Sir, chat GPT is there. I tried to ask the questions in the very same way like how I'm asking to you. It guided me with the links to follow that, and there onwards I was able to solve the problem in the very same manner." So yeah, we may can see the chat GPT is supporting this kind of thinking, or replacing the professors at some point of time. Obviously it cannot change replace 100%, but yeah, at some point of level we can say.
What my next question is, Ankit, because see, I'm teaching at +2 level, so we have to teach physics, chemistry, and math, basic science. So definitely we need to teach them. And in at that level, the students are not exposed to computers or mobiles or chat GPT much because most of it is a traditional classroom as of today. But you guys are dealing with the UG graduates or undergraduates. There, everybody is having a laptop, everybody is using a mobile. And if this is the case when ChatGPT is giving a lot of answers better than sometime than us. So will the teachers going to lose this grip over the student?
No,
Will
no,
it
no, no. This is
offline?
never going to happen. The reason being, whenever the technology is there, the teachers are becoming more smart.
Oh,
Let me give you example about it. So when the Google came, the students started copying from the Google, right? Uh, and very soon we started having the plagiarism software on top.
wow.
What plagiarism softwares do, they actually help you out to understand if this student has copied the entire part from any specific website or maybe the research paper or not. So as soon as the chat GPT is going to be one of the very much copy paste resource for the students, we teachers are going to have better ways to find out. Just to give you an example, we used to teach a student every day in a class, and suddenly the student is going to come up with one of the topmost or best quality, how will I say, how will I say, uh, the thesis, or maybe the project work, or maybe the solution of the assignment. We are going to obviously cross question about the same, and if they are going to fail, we are going to find out this is the problem. So by end of the day, human is going to be there in the loop. This is what my hypothesis is. The human is always and always going to be in the loop. And the most important part is those human who have the ability to adapt what is actually happening around the world. These humans are actually going to control this loop instead of being staying in the loop itself.
Yeah, I understand totally. What you said is you can find out the culprit whether they have copied or not. But
Right.
my question is, as you said in the previous example, when students is having some doubt and you couldn't go to the class, but they found the solution by themselves.
Right.
So in that case, okay, if the students having some doubts, instead of waiting for a teacher, they explore themselves by using ChatGPT, right? So definitely it is a very good advantage for the students.
Indeed, it is.
Yes.
So yeah, it's always the case. Like whenever you have the desire to know something, either you go to the library, you try to find it online. Now these days we have another tool which is AI. That is the Chat GPT. Uh, but yeah, as I said, human is going to be there in the loop. Like by end of the day, what he needs to achieve is something what I am going to tell him. Only then he will be able to actually find it on the internet or with the help of the AI. So innovative thinking started with the AI, but it's actually not invention based thinking. Invention is something like developing new, completely new out of nothing. And innovating is more like there is something that is existing. We're trying to add a cream on top of it. That is it. So AI is right now at that level where there's something which is already there. It can actually clean that up and clean that mess up and explain you the things. So innovative thinking and inventive thinking are two different things. Inventive thinking is where we humans are, or innovative thinking is where the AI right now is.
And Ankit, actually, Professor Ankit, some of the teachers also watching this webinar.
Mhm.
Being a teacher, you're also a professor, you're dealing with the BTech graduates.
Yeah,
What
BTech
are
and
the,
MTech both. Yeah.
yeah, both are okay. So definitely you guys have to update a lot, right?
Yeah,
Because
we have to update a lot.
yes,
Like
what are
every
the
single
suggestions?
lecture we used to provide, uh, we are having something new to learn, I
Yes.
must say.
Yeah, my question is, Ankit, what are the suggestions you give to your fellow teachers so that you cannot what become a I mean, what I can call it as a prey to this chat
Yeah,
GPT,
definitely.
right?
So my way of thinking is completely different from other professors who are there in the same profession from last to 10 to 15 years. What I do when I enter in a class, it's more of like this is the topic which we are going to discuss today. And I always know that there are some students who are very, very sharp. They have already studied these topics earlier to you. Uh, so instead of putting my knowledge on top of them, I try to use their own knowledge inside the classroom so that they can explain to the other students. In this way, their energy is going to be utilized. Secondly, the students are not going to hear me first. Instead, the other students are going to hear their friend first. So what I do, I try to create a gamified environment inside the room. I ask them, okay, those students who already know about this topic, they can explain what they know about it. Others can do the Google or maybe the Chat GPT and explain me what you have understood about it. And if you are not going to understand anything, completely fine. I'm going to give you the gist. I'm going to give you the example on the screen. I'm going to come to each and every single desk and discuss about what exactly the technology is about which we are going to discuss. It gives a ground to them to read about it for first 5 to 10 minutes on their own, to get their focus done back on the track so that they can focus on the reading, the watching the YouTube videos, asking the questions itself. uh, so this is one of the way of moving forward. Then there are some students who are already very smart. They used to explain in their own ways. They take their own examples, their own vocab they try to explain with. And this in this way, first to 5 to 10 minutes are utilized for their self learning. I'm not teaching them at all. But after 10 minutes, now I know where they are going to stuck, what is their issue, why they got stuck, and who all have understood something and who all have not understood anything at all. So this is how I used to proceed in the class. I'm really not sure like if it is going to be supportive for others or other professors or not. But my response is more of like each and every student is coming back to the 100% focus. They studied on their own. I haven't taught them yet. After that, obviously, I'm going to teach them, explain them what exactly technology is, give them proper definition about it. but first 10 minutes they were studying on their own.
One thing, Professor Ankit, what I understand is this ChatGPT or Google will help us to explore the information. At the end of the day, when you're writing exam, those tools are not there with you, right?
Right.
Ultimately, that use your brain. Okay.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So you cannot depend on those. They only help you to some extent to
Explore.
information more easily.
Yes, it can help you to explore more. So let me give you another example. I hope you and me both used to do Google things whenever we are going to come across with a new vocab or new question, right? And once we are going to Google it, it's more of a little bit different links, more than hundreds of links which you are going to see on the screen. The top links which are going to include the advertisements.
Yes.
The second topmost links are going to include these
Yes,
people who are having the occasion information about it. The third topmost is going to include the detailed information where only the researchers and those who really want to study about it, they goes. So first advertisement, the second the crisp, and the third is the detailed one. And there onwards, all the other things are going to remain there, whether the information is like more information is over there or not. But we definitely do not try to focus after the first page. So you are going to see there are different number of pages where you can actually go to. But on the very first search, we used to have 10-20 links on the first page. We used to just follow these only. But ChatGPT, on the other hand, it gives you the crisp from the entire internet. It saves a lot of energy, lots of energy and the time.
Yes.
So I must say it's more of like a Wikipedia, but on the Wikipedia, you need to search the term in the right manner. ChatGPT is more of like human can ask the question in the way a human asks.
Yeah, definitely it is a boon for us. At the same time, threat also.
Yeah, well, depends. Like if you can actually find out the problem or the error, if you can teach a student how they have to use this technology,
Yes.
I think it's always and always going to be a boon. The
Yes.
moving technology, it looks bane for us, but at some point in time, it's a boon. Just to give you another example, industrialization happened, and the workers who were working in the industries, they were thinking about that we are going to lose the job. Obviously, they lost the job, but the coming generation actually got a better job responsibility. They were not working 12 hours inside the difficult situation problems in front of how will I say the heat or the big machines, right? So industrialization actually helped to how will I say support their children or the wards to have a better life.
Yes.
Right? So for first few years, definitely it is going to be difficult, but yeah, things are going to be better compared to like how it is going to look right now.
Yes. Wonderful. That's really happened, right? When the industrial revolution started, everybody felt that they are going to lose the jobs. But as you said, now we are doing jobs in a more sophisticated way.
Right. See, we are talking to each other. See, because of this virtual meet, right?
Yes.
We are connected in a better way. We thought that work from home is going to have a negative impact, but I think on the other hand, it actually increased the amount of work we can do.
Yes.
We can choose any time where we want to work, like wherever we want to work, whenever we want to work, with whomever we want to connect.
Yes.
So things are evolving. May look they are not evolving, but they are evolving in the right direction.
Definitely, that's very good point. Yeah, you can continue.
So if there is anyone who is having any question, so I'm happy to discuss that. The other hand, I would like to show you one of the how will I say the video.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is going to be something which you are going to enjoy from a movie clip. So I'm a very big fan of Marvels and DC. Really sorry about that if you guys do not watch that. So here we can see an Iron Man, what he is trying to do. So you must be thinking that he died, right? Saving these people. After saving these people, like they were falling from the aeroplane. He catch them from the aeroplane and drop them slowly to the water so that they can survive. But soon after, this suit is going to collide with the truck, and we can see it is into pieces now. So do you think that our hero survived, the Iron Man survived or not? Obviously, it's a question, right? But let me show you what Iron Man was actually doing. He was controlling his suit virtually from his lab. So here we can see he is wearing a number of sensors on his body. What these sensors are going to do, he is going to simulate his body like how he want to move. So we can see like on each and every how will I say the uh, the body part, I will say the bone, the joints specifically we have. He is having some kind of sensor. So what this sensor is going to do, it is going to actually check like how you are going to move your hands, how you are going to move your head, wherever you're going to see, uh, and it can actually showcase you exactly what the robot is seeing over there. So that's a robot which was actually how will I say doing the same things which this person is or this actor is doing in his lab. So he did not went out to actually save these people. It was actually his suit which went out. And when he saved these people, he was in a different kind of happiness. He did not saw that a truck is coming and the suit was collapsed. So that's why I wrote, he was talking to his Jarvis. Jarvis, we saved others, but to save myself, I need to upgrade the suit with eyes in backside too. And there is a, how will I say, smile which he is giving. I have managed to trick the death and save lives. So it tricked the death in such a way that he was not the one who collided with the truck. It was his suit only. So these are the things where we can see our future is going to be lying. Right now, even we can see we are into a mechanical car which allows us to move from one place to another. We we may can have these kind of suits in future which can actually move us from one place to another. I'm personally working on a convertible vehicle technology and the prosthetics. I'm really not sure like how long it is going to take for the entire world to catch up with these kind of technologies to coming from movies to the real life. Uh, it may can take 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 100 years, not sure about it. Just to give you another example, like how technology moves forward is a very important part. In 1960s or early 1970s, we were actually able to land on the moon. I hope you know guys know about the Neil Armstrong. But even now, we do not have the same technology that powerful enough which can allow a human to land on the moon. Again, we are able to go to the International Space Station, which is only 400 years far from the Earth. And these people are known as astronauts. But I personally think those people who actually landed on the moon, they were the real astronauts. Uh, those who actually traveled lakh kilometer away from the Earth to land on the moon instead of just 400 and 500 kilometers away from the Earth on the International Space Station. I totally agree. International Space Station took billions of dollars to actually build. But again, we're stuck in a technology where we are not able to go outside our own, how will I say, atmosphere right now. So we can see technology moves very fast at some point of time. On the other hand, it may get stuck at some loop or maybe some issues. So yeah, that's the whole part I would like to explain here, that we never know if this technology is going to leap very fast or it is going to move like a snail. So during the COVID, we saw that these virtual technology moved very fast. Within 2 years, everything was virtual. Uh, so these are the things which we may need to understand.
Yeah, it was very informative, Professor Ankit. I really enjoyed a lot because I never know this part of what you call it as gaming. I have few questions before we go to some of the audience or the participant. Because Ankit, lot of what happens is you also might have seen there's a lot of craze for computer science across India.
Right.
From last 2-3 years, we have seen 80% of the graduates want to join into computer science.
True.
Is it an opportunity or obsession?
Uh, Depends. So we have two types of people, students as well. There is one who is very much clear about what he or she wants to achieve in his or her life. There is a second class, those who does not have the right idea right now what they really want to achieve in their life.
Yes.
So those who are very much clear, I must say, if you're very much clear that you really want to proceed further with the computer science, I want to ask you these questions: that do you know what computer science is? What are the different fields about it? What you really want to achieve in your life? Or are you ready to do the hard work?
Yes.
So if you are going to answer all these questions in a yes, I will say yes, you can move forward with the computer science. On the other hand, if you really want to go forward for the earning money or the job opportunities, I must say there is a big no. Uh, 80% students are going towards it. The only reason is because they are able to answer other two questions. They want to earn money and they want a job security. But I must say, for a specific period of time, you will see there is a huge demand in the market for a specific field. But then everything is going to come back to the same position. The same, like from where it is has started, it is going to stabilize at that level as well. Just to give an example, if we are not going to have farmers, how we are going to survive? We need farmers. Anyhow, we need farmers. So whether the farmers are going to decrease, we are going to have more industrialized machines who can actually decrease the task for the farmers. But again, humans are going to be there in the loop. There may these number of farmers are going to decrease, but the production should not decrease at all. So we need to balance. Things are going to come back. Right now, it may seem computer science is one of the evolving field. Yes, it is, no doubt. For next 10 years, it will be. Now let me exaggerate this level. For next year, it will be, but in developing countries only. Okay, in developing countries only. In developed countries, this is not the requirement at all. Why? Because these developed countries, they outsource software from developing countries. Google is not having its development or research development IT team in US. Actually, they are having the research and development team in India itself. Apple is not having research and development IT team in how will I say US itself. They are having more number of people in India itself. Those who are working from US, they are actually the one who can actually lead these teams virtually from there, and they can actually directly report to the team leads or maybe to the senior directors. So the working population is going to be there in India or the developing countries. The developed nations are going to focus more towards not having these kind of IT infrastructure in their country. They will be developing more towards the entire infrastructure of business building. That's why the US is one of the topmost at business building, and they are also at topmost to provide the jobs as an MNC all over the world. India is one of a country which is a developing nation. We are being laborers here in the IT sector. We are working for the MNCs to provide or develop the softwares for them itself. This may can change if we will have the innovative thinking at India itself, and people are going to support it. Let me just give an example. Being a startup founder, whenever I try to pitch my idea, they used to ask me, do you have any competitor in the market? Indian market works in such a way that if you are going to have a competitor, your business is going to work. Just to give an example, Uber is having a competitor in India as a Ola. For Booking.com, we have a alternative as an Oyo. And similarly, there are so many different companies in India we have, which are just a similar copy of a US-based company. Swiggy and Zomato are a very good example. We have these two competitors only because of the same we are able to run them. But these people who are IIT graduates, those who are from IIMs, these people are not doing something innovative. They are doing the same lala wala business again. Swiggy and Zomato, they are just selling the food. The only thing they added is they're selling the food with the help of the app. There is no physics they have developed new. There is no rocket science they did anything. It's just they knew the technology is evolving. The Google Maps can actually support tracking the people. They utilized one idea, that is they can actually deliver food with the Google Maps. So we need to understand, either we really want to do something inventive, just like the Google. Google is an invention, I must say, or maybe the internet is an invention which were there in the US, which happened in the US, which they did not happen in India. But these inventions actually provided jobs in India or around the world. So we need to focus more towards the inventions, not towards securing the job. Job securing is more of like you want to think about next 10, 20 years of your survival, but it is not going to get your name done. So yes, obviously, securing future is important. Getting a good salary is important. But what you really like is going to help you out to register your name in the history.
One more, Professor Ankit, I have a question. Because thinking that computer science is the only field of engineering which have a lot of job opportunities, many students, even though they are interested in electronics or mechanical, out of fear, they are choosing this. So my question is, if you want to become a gamer, they want to develop future in the gaming industry, a student from ECE or EEE or mechanical, can they become a gamer?
Definitely they can become. As I said, the future of gaming is going to change. We are going to have sensors all around our body, which is going to be helping us to work this out. So it's more of like, how will I say, uh, let me share my screen if I can.
Yeah, I'll link the host.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made a host.
So this is one of the very good example how the students from different fields can actually become the gamer of the future. So we all know about the treadmill, right? This is how a treadmill looks like, but it's just one directional. But inside the game, you need a treadmill which can actually move in any possible direction.
Oh.
So here we can see some of the examples of the same. The testings are happening in the lab. So this is a treadmill which can actually move in any random direction. Wherever you want, you are going to be there on the platform itself, and you can move in any direction. You can walk as much as you want. For this, you need to have good knowledge about the directions, good knowledge about the mechanics or mechanical or mechatronics, the electronics, the sensors are there, right? So you can see this is a very difficult or different kind of structure over there, and this person is actually working on it. So I must say there is a future for all these students from all the different fields. It's not going to be restricted, but the only thing is in India right now, the industry is there for how will I say, computer science, because we are getting the how will I say, see, there are two industries. The China is manufacturing industry, India is IT industry, and US is more of like the design industry. They used to send the designs. They used to think about what kind of market that is the market is going to require. So they are in the marketing field, designing field. US is over there. They are the one who actually control the rights. China is the one who is in the manufacturing side, and India is the one who is towards the IT side. And nearly all the developing nations are towards the IT sector itself.
So let us invite some of the audience. Yeah, please, if anybody has a question, please raise your hand. This is a good opportunity for you guys to interact with Professor Ankit. Anyone? Anybody? Even some of the teachers also there. Please unmute yourself and you can talk to Professor Ankit. Pranay, you have any question? You said you like games. Sarath? Sarath Chandra, do you have any questions?
Sir, no questions, sir.
Oh, okay. You can share some feedback, man, at least.
Yes, sir.
I personally think either I was so much explanative that they do not have any questions, or otherwise I was so much boring that they already were sleeping at that point of time.
No. So you made so much. Yeah, Sarath, please share your feedback, man.
Yes, sir. It was quite an interesting session today because gaming, and at my age, the people are really inclined towards it. So yeah, it's like even learning what goes behind all these games that we play, we enjoy it. It was quite intriguing to just learn, and right, and also the And also we got to explore the career opportunities that are gonna open up for us once we like get into our graduation and all.
Indeed,
So
indeed, definitely.
really informative session, and yeah, thank you, Professor.
Thank you.
Yeah. Renai, will you share your feedback? Renai? Okay. So anyone, it's a golden opportunity. You can talk, please unmute yourself and or you can right. So thank you so much, Professor Ankit. Definitely your session has given us a lot of information regarding this gaming industry. And my question, Professor Ankit, how we can what called as see, most of the students I've seen in my class, as you mentioned, they're sleeping inside the class not because the lecture is boring, but the games are interesting. Okay, the night that throughout the night, these guys will play PUBG game, and they come to the class with a what called a sleeping face, and most of the time they are unable to control the what called sleep. So especially in India, even recently I came to know that the gaming industry is more worthy than the film industry. The lot of money was generated into this gaming industry. So how we can influence these students to develop game instead of playing games?
So I hope you might have seen the advertisements ran by what was the name? Whitehead Junior.
Yeah.
हमारे 5 साल के बेटे ने गेम बनाया. Okay. So what really matters over here is like you need not to stop them. You need to guide them in the right direction. You need not to discourage them. You need to challenge them. So these are the few points. Like not by saying ये क्या कर रहे हो, not by saying time waste हो जाएगा, by saying okay, do you know how it is developed? I will allow you to play if you are going to give me the answer like how it is being developed. The next day you can say okay, if you know how it is developed, you can tell me what are the institutes who are actually teaching it. I am going to allow you to join over there. So these are some kind of very simple questions. You can let your children play, you can let these students play. But again, if you're going to ask a question, there is a कहते हैं ना एक सोच का कीड़ा अगर दिमाग में चला गया तो जब तक वो खा ना जाए तब तक वो छोड़ता नहीं है. So you need to have this kind of how will I say a worm which you need to leave on them, that they are going to be struggling like we need to find the answer, we need to find the answer, we need to find the answer. If we have to play, we need to find. If we have to play, we need to find. So these are the things which we like. These are the small things which we can do to change the perspective of these students or the children towards playing games.
Where do these students, for example, someone did his BTech in computer science, if they want to pursue their career in gaming, right? What are the companies that offer jobs generally?
Okay, so there are a number of different companies, I must say. There are hardware-based companies. Just to give an example, we have the how will I say the graphic cards which are there. It is being developed by NVIDIA, MSI. So those who are into hardware, they can actually go over there. For the gaming part, we have thousands of different companies who are actually developing games on all the different platforms. Platforms can be Mac, may can be Apple, Mac, may can be iOS, may can be Android, Windows, and so on and so forth. Even these days, we have UI and UX, which is the development of how your application is going to look on the screen. They can be gamified as well. So we need these people who does not have the skills of programming, but they are actually smart enough to design the entire information in such a way that is going to be gamified.
So you mean to say that definitely in India, I mean, do these students have number of opportunities if they really want to get into gaming?
So many opportunities. I cannot explain you. The whole and sole problem here is I had seen some of my students in the university when they are going to come into their third and fourth final year or after leaving the college, they only blame to the college that college haven't provided us enough opportunity. Actually, college was able to provide you the opportunity, but you were not clear enough that where you actually want to go. You were not actually able to clear your interviews because you were not like how will I say ready for that interview from your mind and from your heart.
Preparedness.
Actually, it's not about the preparedness. I must say it's more of like your interest in something.
Yes.
If you are interested in something, you will have the right amount of knowledge you want.
Yes.
So it's not the university which is actually going to prepare you. You came to the university to join something. You paid to the university to learn something.
Yes.
By end of the 4 years, it's your duty to actually get your money back, return on investment.
Yes.
Get this job done. If you are not able to get the job from the university, get the job from any XYZ places. You can go out there. No one is stopping you to actually apply.
But this is the main problem, Professor Ankit. The students, they're investing, the parents are investing a lot of money thinking that my guy, I mean, the son or daughter is going to get a good job, right? But at the end of the day, these guys who are completing BTech from so many universities, they're ending up in small companies. So for 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs.
To be very honest, it's not because of the university. It's not because of the information system. It's not because teachers are not good. It's actually because the students are not able to understand the same books which are being taught, with which the teachers are being teaching at IIT. The same books are there for the other students. The same Google is available for IIT students. The same Google is available for you. The same interest which they are having, you are having the same interest. But the whole and sole point is they are actually able to align all of them.
Yes.
And you are not able to do. Even some students who are going to get good jobs, they are able to align their thoughts. They are able to ask the questions from the professors at the right time. They are actually able to do the hard work in that specific direction to answer the questions which are going to be coming. To be very honest, when I hired someone in my company now, I personally do not ask the technical questions. I personally ask like, are you willing to learn? And I had seen thousands of different interviews in which those people who are directly from the team, not the HRs have the list of questions they ask. Those who are actually the founders, co-founders, or maybe directly who are leading the technical team, they are going to ask that, are you gonna be able to learn things when it is going to be required? And do you have this basic knowledge which is required to join? See, they are ready to teach you. Obviously, no one born with the skills. They are ready to teach you. But the whole and sole point, you need to showcase your ability to learn that.
Yes. And one more, Professor Ankit, what are the skills one should develop when they are in graduation if they really wanted to excel in this gaming industry? What skills they should develop?
So first and foremost is as a software engineer, you need to develop software skills. Secondly, you need to understand there are different segments in the gaming industry as well. You need to have good knowledge about all of them. The third, which is the very important one, there are different frameworks which are already available. You need to try. Two of them are very famous. The one is Unity, and the second is what is the name of that? What is the name? I'm not able to recall the name right now. So these are the two very famous ones. So Unity and the other one. These students can actually discover these two frameworks. The last, which is important but not that much important, they should know about how physics is going to work to develop difficult games. For simple games, it is not going to be required.
So physics is important. Do you mean to say that?
Well, unless you do not have the understanding how gravity is working, how the motion is working, how the speed is going to work, the acceleration is going to work, I don't think you will be able to develop the crazy apps or crazy how will I say the games we have in the real life.
Definitely, so, yeah. Professor Ankit, being a physics teacher, when I'm taking to the students, right, physics is going to help them a lot. Some students think that I'm just because I'm a physics teacher, I'm just saying that all that because what I know all that, right? So nothing works without physics knowledge. And these guys think that even if they don't learn physics also, still they become experts in computer science. Okay, that's a biggest problem with the students.
I personally think the maths came because of the physics. Chemistry came because of the physics itself.
Oh.
Because we did not have these kind of Microsofts earlier. which were able to actually tell about like what are the different properties of an element, right? So physics was there to actually support the real life laws. We did not have the mathematics, the equations, the logs and all. They came only and only to satisfy the physics which is happening over there. So we need to understand physics is on top, then chemistry and mathematics are the part of the same. So if you know about the physics, how it is happening, whenever you need to study the maths and the chemistry related to that, you can definitely delve in both of them. But if you do not study physics well, you will not be able to jump in any of those.
Yes, I totally agree, Professor Ankit. Thank you so much. It's very, very informative discussion we had today, and you gave us a lot of information. And definitely, this session will help the students because it is a deposit in a YouTube channel. Whenever a student wanted to know something about the gaming, definitely they are going to watch a video. And the team at Bloom is so happy to conduct this type of webinar. And definitely, we need your support in the future also. We want to conduct more and more webinars which I've seen your profile. The list is very big. You are so talented, I can guess. Thank you so much, Professor Ankit, for sharing all this information with our audience. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
hope others have enjoyed as well.
Yeah, definitely they have enjoyed. Definitely they have enjoyed. We'll share the feedback anyway. We are getting a feedback form. I will share it very soon. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you once again, Professor Ankit.
Yeah.
And
I hope
yeah,
yeah.
go ahead.
I hope I can leave the meeting. Is it possible?
Yeah, you can leave, no problem.
Yeah. Thank you. Have a nice day. Have a nice day all.
Thank you. Thank you. Once again, I thank all the students who have joined